Greetings. Today, I invite you to step not into a grand cathedral, nor into a library of great works, but into something much older, much quieter, and yet profoundly sacred, the garden. Let us begin by imagining a patch of soil, humble, often overlooked, and yet brimming with hidden life. From this ground, something miraculous can emerge. With a bit of care, intention, and time, the soil transforms into nourishment, the seed into bloom, and the gardener into something more whole, more grounded, more alive. The act of gardening is not merely physical. It is philosophical, psychological, even spiritual. When we place our hands in the soil, we place our attention in the present. And in this era of fractured focus and infinite scrolling, the simple, slow rhythm of gardening becomes a form of mindfulness. It returns us to ourselves. Each seed planted is an act of faith. We do not demand instant results. We learn patience, and through that, resilience. The garden becomes a mirror. What we nurture grows, and what we neglect fades. In this way, it reminds us gently that we too are ecosystems requiring care. There is something deeply healing about entering into dialogue with nature, and that is what gardening is, not control, but conversation. We listen to the seasons, the weather, the insects. We are taught to respond, to adapt, to respect forces larger than ourselves. For those struggling with anxiety or depression, the garden offers quiet rituals. Watering, weeding, watching. These tasks create rhythm where there was chaos, small victories where there was helplessness. Gardening gives us agency in a world that often feels too fast and too vast. And it grounds us, literally. Studies now show that exposure to soil microbes can increase serotonin levels. But long before science caught up, our ancestors knew, to touch the earth is to remember we belong to it. Gardens also connect us to others. Community gardens, shared plots, even exchanging tips or harvests with neighbors, these remind us that healing is not a solo act. When we garden together, we speak a common, nonverbal language of care. We become stewards not only of plants, but of each other. Furthermore, the garden teaches us a philosophy of enough. It helps us step out of the hunger for more, and into a gratitude for what is. A ripe tomato. The scent of basil. The buzz of bees. These are small miracles, not transactions. And they can restore a sense of sacredness to daily life. In a world defined by consumption, speed, and disconnection, the garden is a radical act. To plant a seed is to say, I believe in the future. To weed is to say, I care enough to tend to what matters. To compost is to embrace decay as part of life's cycle. In this way, the garden offers us not escape, but engagement, a slower, more conscious way of being. One that values presence over productivity, process over perfection. So I leave you with this thought, each of us is not just a gardener of soil, but of the soul. What are you planting today? What do you tend to in your inner landscape? Are you giving yourself light, water, and space to grow? The philosopher Epicurus once said, it is impossible to live a pleasant life without living wisely and well and justly. To garden, I believe, is to do all three. Let us garden not only for food, but for freedom. Not only for beauty, but for balance. Not only for the world outside, but for the world within. Thank you, and may your roots grow deep and your flowers wide.